Hey guys, welcome to Manchester United. Welcome to another video. And Barcelona have beaten Levante by 2-1 thanks to the brilliance of Ansu Fati, who scores his first double in La Liga, and it becomes the youngest double in the history of La Liga. What a night it was for Ansu Fati. And let's begin by saying that we played well during the first half. We had I think a good performance in the first half after the first 10-15 minutes, which I thought we were pretty slow. And that, it wasn't too bad, it was just not great. It was actually more like a Valverde Barcelona during the first 15 minutes. But then after that, we kicked into gear, we started playing a lot better. There was some good performances from today and others that could have been improved. But overall, during that first half, we were actually pretty good. I would say I would give it an 8 out of 10. And during the second half, that's where it went down to. We conceded a lot of chances in compared to the first half, where Levante actually, I don't think they had a single good chance during the whole game in the first half. By the second half, we could see a lot of chances. We deserved to win by the amount of chances that we generated in comparison to Levante. But Levante, if they would have tied this game, if they would have gotten something out of this game, I wouldn't have been surprised, because we still need to improve in those transitions, in that level of intensity and concentration especially. Because if we do this again, if we do this in a competition where we're facing a team like Liverpool, like Manchester City, like Real Madrid, like one of these big teams in world football, we are going to struggle for sure. But without further ado, let's get started with lineups, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the game. Barcelona opted to go with Marc André net, Nelson Semedo at right back, Piqué and Led at centre back, Jordi Alba left back, a midfield trio of Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong and Ivan Rakitic, and a forward line of Lionel Messi, Antoine Griezmann and Ansu Fati. While Levante opted to go with Aitor Fernandez, Jorge Miramon, Postigo, Ruben Bezo, Antonio in defense, a midfield of Rochina, Merero, Buksevic and Campaña, and up top they had Roger Martí, Jose Morales, and that's what Levante went with. So, to resume what actually happened during the game, it was Barcelona very dominant during this first half. Actually, very dominant over the first half. I actually thought that it was going to be a game that it was going to turn into a 5-0. And I thought Barcelona, it was actually our fault that it ended up being a 5-0, because we gave Levante confidence. I have to say that Levante didn't drop the ball. Like, I thought that they, after they conceded the 2 goals, I thought that Levante were going to, down tools, that they were just going to, take the L and live to fight another day. But it wasn't the case. They actually went ahead and tried to, tie the game up and get something out of this game. But I thought that with the time and space that Levante were giving us, we should have been more effective, and especially in defense, we should have been more focused, because a lot of the chances that they created was because of a lack of concentration and intensity of our players. And if we are to, challenge for anything this season, we need to up our level of concentration. We have the game against Athletic coming up. We need to, improve in that sense if we are to get the best out of ourselves in coming games. I have to say that there were some good highlights for this game, especially for me, the man of the match, or at least for me, the most outstanding player today. And it's not who you think I'm going to say. It's not Ansu Fati, although he did have a really good game. But for me, the most outstanding player today was Nelson Semedo. He had an absolutely fantastic game. Did make a few mistakes during those 10-15 minutes when Barcelona weren't actually great, but that was, I think, more thing of a collective. But then he just had an overall outstanding game. I would give him 9 out of 10. It was really good. He's had a really good week. That game against Leganés, again, he played really well. And I think that this should be the back line for Setien if you're going to play a 4 at the back for the rest of the season. Semedo, for me, at right back has more potential than Sergio Roberto. I think Sergio Roberto is a good right back, but Semedo, for me, has the potential to be an actually amazing, unbelievable right back. Not saying that Ansu Fati didn't have a good game. He performed really well. He gained his confidence back. I think that's the most important thing. Ansu Fati gained his confidence back, especially if he's going to start being, a backup, starting from the bench. because I think when Usman Dembele comes back, Ansu Fati, that's where he's going to be starting from, the bench for the most part. And if you're starting from the bench, you need to be high in confidence. You need to know that, you can make an impact, and today he made an impact. And actually 2 assists from Messi in the way through. A beautiful pass for the first one from Lionel Messi, finds Ansu Fati breaking into space, takes a pass Aitor Fernandez and puts it 1-0 up. Then in the second goal, much similar to that, Messi delivers the ball to Ansu Fati. Jorge Miramon pretty much shows Ansu Fati to go on his left foot. He thinks that he's going to break into his right foot, but no, Ansu Fati shifts the ball into his left foot, finishes, and again through the legs of Aitor, and it's 2-0. Very consequently hard hitting. Griezmann today didn't have particularly much participation today. And I want to say something that, I don't think anything weird is going on at this point, but like it just feels like Messi kind of ignored Griezmann during the whole game. And I know that it just seems like every time that he could pick Ansu Fati, he did, but any time that he could pick Antoine Griezmann, he was just going to just do not pass to him and just do something else, probably do his individual, which is not a bad thing. But if you're doing that with Griezmann and Fati, that's fine. But if you're doing that with only one of them, then that's a little bit more telling. And I don't want to highlight anything. Again, Messi today wasn't as accurate as you normally expect him to be, and that's 3 games in a row. I hope that this is like all the inaccuracy that Messi is going to be during the season, that he's had it during these 3 games, and then for the rest of the season he keeps being himself. Not a judgment on Messi. He's allowed to not have his best games ever, and I'm saying that in a game where he got 2 assists, and in the previous game where he had 2 goals and 1 assist. So even when Messi's not his best, he's still decisive, he's still important. Griezmann today, I think, had to participate a bit more, at least in the press. He was dropping into the wings, participating a bit, but I think, we just need to adapt him to playing as a number 9, as a false 9 position. I think Frankie de Jong was the best midfielder out of the 3. He was, participating quite a bit in the creation, in the, in keeping the ball for us and giving us transition. I think he still needs to be more decisive. I still miss that De Jong from Ajax. I still want to see him, being more decisive, going forward, dribbling past players, but that's something that will come with time when the system actually works as a perfect unit. Busquets and Rakitic were fine. I'll give them a 6 or 7. They passed. It was fine. I think that we can still get the best out of this midfield. I think Arthur Melo or Arturo Vidal need to be the important resources going forward for the remainder of the season in our midfield spot. And Piqué will be missing the next game with suspension. I think that's a total of 14 red cards throughout the season, 10 in La Liga. He'll be missing through suspension, and I believe that after 10 red cards there's 2 game suspensions, or after 15 cards or something like that. Piqué's not his best for sure. I hope that Setien starts considering dropping Piqué a bit, not completely dropping him out of the squad, but rest him a bit, knowing that he's not a Piqué from 10 years ago, from 5 years ago. He's already turning 33 or 32, something like that, and he needs to save himself for the most important games of the season. Longley today I thought was fine for the most part. Very good playing out of the back. I think that while we're playing a 4 at the back, Longley will be playing, and then if we're playing a 3 at the back, it will be Sergi Roberto and Umtiti. Jordi Alba today wasn't particularly important during the game, but that was because we were attacking more from the right hand side, and if we attack from the right hand side, Jordi Alba has to tuck in and stay back. So overall, not much criticism from that. We got to see the likes of Ricky Puig, we got to see the likes of Artur Melo. Overall, not much criticism. Sergio Roberto came in for Griezmann to play as a right winger. Again, not much criticism. We need to get this game over the line. We need to start getting the 3 points any way that we can, because if we fall behind 6 or 4 points, something like that, to Real Madrid, that's going to hurt us quite a bit. We need to start, winning games and get into that dynamic that we're just going to win games by inertia. Similar to what Liverpool are doing. You see Liverpool, who particularly probably are not playing a great game, and they go into halftime with a 0-0, but they're confident because they know that they've been winning so many games just because that they know that eventually they'll put some goals past the opponent and the game will be settled. And we need to get into the dynamic of, you know, just winning games, being confident that, you know, the goal will come eventually and we'll be able to throw this over the line and be very effective going forward. Again, Morales, Levante did what they could. It was very good at possession, definitely. To you know, they press as high up the pitch, but when you leave that much space, things like the first goal happen, and I thought that it was a game to put a 5 past Levante and be a very convincing winning. It ended up being a little bit more tight than I would like to be, but again, we have the game against Athletic and during midweek on Thursday away from home at San Mamés. It'll be a tough game. Then we visit Benito Villamarín against Betis, so we need to focus, we need to be ready for those kind of games. But anyways, leave me your opinions about the game. Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.